Hey, what's going on? Steven Garcia here. I wanted to, first of all, thank everybody for tuning in to this Facebook Live video. Today I'm going to be talking about the six basic fears. And I know you probably heard some of my other videos about fear, and you're probably wondering why I keep talking about fear and, how it affects you and stuff like that. And the reason why I keep bringing up fear is because fear is one of those things that we let stop us, yeah, let stop us from reaching our goals or whatever. And often we don't realize that it's fear that's actually stopping us. And for me personally, fear was one of the things that was stopping me from reaching some of the goals that I had and reaching some of the levels of success that I wanted to reach. So I talk about fear a lot because I know it's something that's stopping a lot of people from getting to where they want to be, and I know that it may not be something that you think is actually stopping you from reaching those goals or getting to where you want to be. So I think it's very important that I bring it up repeatedly so that you can make sure that fear isn't something in your life that's stopping you from reaching your goals, reaching that success that you want. And also, if you're just hopping on, please comment in the comment section. Let me know the city and state that you're watching from. I like seeing where I have people watching from, and it also helps me for going forward in the future. I'm going to be talking at different events and stuff. Like next month in November, the beginning of November, I'm going to be in San Diego at an event speaking for probably a couple of minutes. So after that, I plan on going to different cities and stuff as well. So if you could please comment in the comment section, let me know where you're watching from. And like I said, I'm going to be talking real quickly about the six basic uh, fears. And before I get into the six basic fears, I want to tell you why or how fear comes about into your life and how it stops you from doing those things that you want to do. So fear starts out by indecision, and I looked up the definition of indecision. The definition of indecision is the inability to make a decision quickly. So just think about that for a second. How many times have you wanted to do something, and you just sat there and you thought and you thought and you thought about it, and then you ended up never doing it? That basically is indecision. You not being able to make a quick decision is indecision. And how indecision translates to fear is because once you let indecision take place in your life, indecision crystallizes into doubt. So whenever you don't make a quick decision on something, you start doubting it. So how many times have started, you made a goal to, maybe go to the gym or start a business, and, the day that it was time for you to go to the gym, or the day that or maybe you needed to make a quick decision on, starting the business or what you were going to do, the direction that you were going to go in, and you didn't make that quick decision. So it turned into doubt. And then you started doubting whether or not, you could actually go to the gym consistently, or you started doubting whether or not you could build a business online. So once you have indecision, which is the inability to make a quick decision, that turns into doubt, and then doubt turns into fear. And so there's six basic fears, and I'm going to list them really quickly, and then I'm going to go back to them and go in a little bit more into detail on them. So the first basic fear is poverty. The next one is criticism. The next basic fear is ill health. Then you have loss of a loved one or loss of love, and then you have old age, and then you have death. So any fear is going to be categorized under one of those six categories. So, and if you don't believe me, let's just take something um, for example, because one of the, I was doing some research into this. I didn't just make this up. So as I was, reading up on this stuff, I said, there's no way that, these are the only, you know, six basic fears. So, I thought about, the people that are afraid of the dark. So let's just take that and start all over. So let's say it's dark in my house, and let's use a kid as an example. Let's say, my daughter Kayla, she's in her room, it's dark, all the lights are off upstairs. She needs to go to the restroom. So if she does not act quickly and make a decision to just go to the restroom, if she sits there and doesn't make that decision, that's indecision. So that starts crystallizing into doubt. So now that she's, not going to the restroom because it's dark, she starts doubting going to the restroom, and then uh, doubt leads to fear. So fear is false evidence appearing real. So because she didn't make a quick decision to go, she's now thinking about it, and that doubt turns into fear, and she starts thinking about all the things that could be in there. There's a monster in the restroom, or whatever. Somebody's gonna get her if she goes to the restroom. So that real quickly is how an indecision or how indecision turns to doubt, and then doubt turns to fear. And then, when I looked that up, I was thinking, how does that fall into one of those six categories? So, since the six basic fears are poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, and old age and death, what fear would that be with her being afraid of going, to the restroom? So that could be death. If she's afraid of a monster getting her, she may think that the monster's going to get her and, kill her or something. Or that could be loss of love. She could be scared to go to the restroom because she thinks somebody's going to get her and that she's going to lose, her love from me because I'm not going to be around there anymore. Ill health, kind of the same thing. She's afraid a monster's gonna get her, and it's gonna affect her health or something because she's gonna die, or the monster's gonna take her away and she's not gonna get to do something. So that's just how fear can, or how indecision can turn into fear and stop you from doing something. So just think about that in your daily life. Are you letting indecision turn into doubt and then turn into fear? Is there something in your life that you've been trying to do, but you've let indecision or the inability to make a decision turn into doubt, and then you come up with a bunch of ideas as to why you can't do it? And that's, really one of the things that stops people from doing a lot of the things that, the dreams that they have or reaching the goals that they want, because they don't make a quick decision and it turns into doubt, and then they start doubting whether or not they can do those things that they wanted to do, because fear freezes them and prevents them from making a decision. And earlier, just to give you a quick example, I was talking to someone and they were telling me, how about their store previously got shut down and they hadn't made another one because that store got shut down. So if we take this same, scenario or whatever you want to call it, and go through that, so that person had a store that got shut down, so they weren't making a new store. Now, if you think about that, me looking from the situation on the outside, I don't understand, why that person wouldn't have attempted to make another store. But if you look at it, looking at the six basic fears, how they affect your thinking and stuff, the store got shut down, and she didn't make a decision, or the person didn't make a decision to make another store. They didn't make, so that's, the inability to make a decision quickly. And then that turned into doubt. That person started doubting whether or not they would be able to make another store, or, if they did make a store, if it would get shut down immediately. So that doubt turned into fear, and that fear paralyzed them from even attempting to make another store. So that's just, real quick, one way, you know indecision can turn into doubt and turn into fear and stop you from doing something. So, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you want to do, you need to make sure that you don't let indecision turn into doubt, because once that happens, that doubt will make you come up with a bunch of excuses as to why or why not you can do something, and then it prevents you from moving forward. That is what fear does. Fear stops you from moving ahead. If you're scared of the dark, fear stops you from going into the dark. If you fear starting a business because you don't know if it's going to succeed, that fear is stopping you from even starting a business. If you let fear stop you from going to the gym because you don't know the correct exercises to do, or um, whatever it may be, you're letting fear stop you from doing what you need to do to get to the next level. So that's what fear does. That's the 6 basic fears. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to make this too long. For those of you that missed the hangout yesterday, you can find it on my website, therealstevengarcia.com. I created a little button in the top right. It says Team Hangout. If you click on that, you'll be able to watch our Hangout replay from yesterday. Also, I want to thank everybody that's hopped on with me right now. I see David on, Kenny, Tamara, Samantha, Leanna, Tamisha. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I know a bunch of other people hopped on as well, but I guess it only shows the people that are my friend that hopped on. So I want to thank y'all as well for hopping on. And if you know anybody who, this might help, if you know anybody that's trying to start a business, or, that's been having trouble with reaching their goals and stuff, please share this video with them. Please, tag them in this video. You can, share it in their messenger, so you don't have to let everybody, the world, know that you're sharing it with them. Hey David, what's up? And I also know that the little feed on the right side is a little behind, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it right now. If you have any questions or you need any help with building a business, or maybe you have an e-commerce store and you need help with Facebook ads, if you're looking into ClickBank, not sure how to make money with ClickBank, trying to build a website, whatever it is, reach out to me, because if I don't know the answer to it, I know someone else who can help you out. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight. I'll see y'all later, and I look forward to meeting y'all, talking with y'all tomorrow.